and let us all do we can to build a better future.
We return back to the crisis in Maui. We all know how devastating it's been since the fires impacted the people's lives. Um, a community destroyed, loved ones burnt to cinder, and all of our institutions failed the citizens in Maui. These are U.S. citizens, by the way. Hawaii is part of the United States. And yet, they're considered last. And I have this fear that, again, corporations, venture capitalists, I'm sorry, I used the correct term. Vulture capitalists will come swooping in, consuming and stealing the land from the people. I encourage the people of Maui to come together as they are, but to redouble and triple your efforts and stand strong and resolute against those that will try and damage your community. There's been a failure of leadership from the local, state to federal level. And of course, then we have the feel-good moment where Oprah and The Rock want to help out. Beware of those who come swooping in like heroes and saints. I get it. It's okay to be generous and be a philanthropist here and there, but don't you find it odd that a lot of the rich people's houses are A-okay while everybody else got burnt to cinder? Don't you find it suspicious that all the rich folks are doing okay? Don't you find it a little bit enraging? But hey, before we bring up Oprah and The Rock, let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this.
Okay, and it seems like the hurricane response so far is robust. Did you guys realize that the initial Hawaii wildfire response was not that good? Or is it just easier for people to get help from the White House when the president is not on vacation?
So the premise of your question and the way you pose your question, I disagree, just for the record. So if you...
Well, it is interesting how fast the response was for the hurricane, whereas the fire in Hawaii was, well, it was non-existent. There was nothing. No warning for the people. Nothing. No help. No relief. Nothing. Nothing for the people of Maui. They got nothing except $700. And we're going to talk about that $700 right after this video.
Talk to, if you were to do your reporting and speak to the governor of Hawaii, the senators of Hawaii, the folks on the ground, they would say that the president reacted in record time when it came to dealing with the wildfires, when it came to dealing and making sure that they got everything that they need on the federal level to deal with what was going on the ground. Let's not forget there were more than 600 federal employees on the ground.
Yes, there are federal employees, 600, living it up in some 5-star hotels. You know, why aren't they in their tents or trailers? Why not put all the people in those 5-star resort hotels? Because a lot of people are homeless right now, lady. You know that, right? You know that?
Already to assist with the wildfires in Maui. So your question is wrong. It's flawed in many, many ways. And I would advise you to go speak to the governor and the local.
What she wants to do is she wants to say, I advise you that if you still want to have access here at the White House, you rephrase your question, because she's upset. Hey, Biden was on vacation when Maui was on fire. When Lahaina was burnt to the ground, Biden was riding his bike saying, well, we'll look into it. When asked further, what did Biden say? No comment. Because he was on vacation. The old man was a little tired. He wanted to sit down. He didn't want to worry about American citizens who were being burnt. Burnt alive. He didn't care. Biden didn't care.
State officials in Hawaii.
Okay. Yeah, again, sociopaths. But check this out. There are no more plans to give money to the residents of Hawaii, to the people of Maui. You only get that $700. But hey, Ukraine needs money. Oh boy. There you go. There you go, Ukraine. Take all that money. Take the money, Ukraine. Take it. Take the money. Take the money, Ukraine. God damn it. I'm sick and tired of Ukraine. I mean, I really am. All right. Hey, let's have democracy in the chat. Type 1 if, no, kid, we got to care because Russia. We got to keep this war going. I don't care if it leads to World War III. We got to keep it happening. Type 2, no, I don't care about Ukraine anymore. It's time for diplomacy to take place. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's boring. It's boring now. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. But here, let's listen to how the people of Maui, you're only going to get that $700 once from this administration. That's it. $700. Don't spend it all in one place.
The critical needs assistance that was provided to those in Maui, $700 in payments to individuals there, given the cost of living in Hawaii, specifically in the Lahaina community. Is anything being done right now? Are there considerations or efforts being made to try to raise that cap, that $700 figure for those who are there?
Yeah, the $700 figure of critical needs assistance is really just that amount of funding for some of the very immediate needs.
Wow, $700, right? That'll get them far. What, maybe in the 1930s, $700 was a lot of money. Not now. $700 is the new $70.
That individuals have. Every year, the main part of our assistance, which is our individual and household program, adjusts annually based on inflation. This year, it's $41,000 of a cap that individuals can get. That will get raised after the fiscal year. I don't know what that number is yet, but we do adjust that main portion of the funding that goes to individuals annually based on inflation.
Oh, wow. Thanks, lady. Here. But don't worry. We have our daily dose of celebrities swooping in. Let's go ahead and play this.
We were so concerned about what was happening in Maui.
It's the Oprah. You get a tent, and you get a tent, and you get a tent.
That we were texting back and forth. And I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community. And I said, I think this is the answer. You said, I think.
Okay. Wow. You read an article what Dolly Parton did. You think that's the answer? Wow, you came to that your own conclusion, Oprah? People of the free world, I am sorry what Chicago has put upon you. The Oprah has been quite an issue.
That's the answer.
I said, I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation. That money is going to go to one of many residents who have been displaced in Maui. We guarantee.
That's right. And I know a lot of people out there, as Oprah and I have been finding, are just having a hard time trusting where the money goes. What organization should I send money to? How can I help? In this case, the fund that we created with a lot of hard work from a lot of hardworking people who all care about these people of Maui. As Oprah was saying, it is a clean, direct from you directly to their hands and right away with some real immediacy, because as we're finding, as you guys around the world know, with disasters like this, the number one need is money.
Is money.
In hand.
Money in hand. So hold on. There's a response. Hold on. Let's listen to this.
So if you send a donation, just click now.
Did I just witness what I think I witnessed? Please don't tell me I just saw a billionaire standing next to a multi-millionaire begging the average everyday citizen for donations that can barely get by due to a real-life recession, living paycheck to paycheck, barely can pay rent, barely can put food on the table for our families, okay? Living in a real-life recession in a country where our president is giving away all our resources to another country for money. If you two don't go take your Hollywood elite behinds to your other Hollywood elite friends and politician buddies that got millions like you do and billions and get all that money together and help out Maui, you are out your damn mind. Please don't insult our intelligence like that. And after you guys do all of that, you will have enough money to help the rest of us. Boo. Get out of here with that. The nerve.
And also, hey, I want to boil your blood even further. I want to get all of you to be very, very, very angry. You need to see this for yourselves. You must witness it for yourselves. Maui's mayor says he wasn't aware of the deaths in Lahaina until the morning after the devastation. Really, buddy? You didn't know what was going on? What do you mean?
Let's listen in.
Environment
Following that, property owners and business owners will follow a process to gain access. I want to share that we are working towards a return to Lahaina phase for residents and businesses to enter the restricted zone area just as soon as it is safe to do so. Your safety is first and foremost. We will be launching next week a website designed specifically to give daily information on how to re-enter the Lahaina town area. This will give residents and business owners the ability to visit their property. It will also have information on personal safety requirements. There have also been concerns about the oversight of the county.
This guy is so boring, my cock is about to fall off. Have a little bit more emotion. Over 1,000 people have died. And yet, again, very, very just out of touch.
Emergency Management Agency. Following the resignation of Herman Andaya, we introduced the public to our interim administrator, Daryl Oliveira. He brings with him extensive experience as a former fire chief and former head of Hawaii Island's Emergency Management Agency.
So we're going to pause here because there's a lot more into that video. But again, in a televised message Thursday, Maui Mayor Richard Bisson sought to defend his administration's response to the devastating wildfire, saying the county took quick action to deploy aid and understanding the scope of the disaster. But he acknowledged it took hours for his team to learn just how horrific the blaze was. And in particular revealing detail, Bisson said he didn't know there were any fatalities in Lahaina until the day after flames tore through the historic town. The death toll from the wildfire stands as 115. Many were killed as they attempted to flee town. Again, that number is a much higher because, again, there's 850 plus people still not accounted for who were burnt to a cinder. As the evening of first day came, the horrific effects of the wildfire in Lahaina became apparent, Bisson said during his live address on public access television. At the time, the degree and magnitude was still unknown as the situation unfolded. Well, listen, as not a resident of Maui and seeing the videos on social media, I think even I and everyone else saw across the world, witnessed firsthand, just how devastating these fires were. When you see videos of people jumping into the frickin' goddamn ocean, yeah, it's pretty bad. When you see videos of people struggling to drive their cars just to get out of the fire because the sirens didn't warn them, yeah, it's pretty bad. When you see videos of roadblocks preventing people from escaping, yeah, it's pretty bad. And I'm not a politician, buddy. He added that while he knew emergency crews were battling the flames in treacherous conditions, he didn't learn until the following day, the morning of August 9th, that people had died in Lahaina. Shocker. That's even through communications. That's even though communications were coming in from first responders on the ground. The Maui Memorial Medical Center was taking badly injured wildfire patients and survivors were detailing the apocalyptic scenes they witnessed as they watched Lahaina burn. The realization that we had lost lives was devastating, Bisson said during his speech. Oh, my goodness. There are no words to adequately describe the depth of sadness and shock realizing lives have been lost. It was difficult to fathom the magnitude of destruction. Well, maybe if the sirens were working. Maybe if people did their jobs. Because as we covered in a previous segment of Hard Lens Media, those sirens are designed to warn the residents in Hawaii about oncoming typhoons, hurricanes, man-made disasters, volcanoes, and surprise, surprise, I hope you're sitting down for this, folks, but even wildfires. But apparently the former head of safety was saying he's glad he didn't turn the sirens on because people would have just ran right into the fire. Hey, there's a big wall of flame there and smoke. Come on, guys, let's go run into it. Let's go run into the fire. Hey, let's do it. Let's run into the fire. Said nobody ever. Said no one ever. When you hear sirens that tell you, hey, danger is coming. Hey, you need to get out of here. Hey, you're in trouble if you stay in this location. People will listen. But you should warn the people. No one did their job, Mayor. Some are calling for Bisson to resign over Maui's handling of the Lahaina blaze and its aftermath, the country's deadliest wildfire in more than a century. Political analysts have also called on the administration to be upfront about what the mayor knew and when. Hey, let's have democracy in the chat. Do you believe this mayor is sincere? Type 1 for Kit. He's a sincere politician being kind and nice. Of course I believe him. Type 2, no, I don't. But hey, I'll have to add democracy even further. Do you think The Rock and Oprah's attempt for this little fundraise situation that they're doing to help out the residents of Maui, do you think that's sincere too? Type 3 for yes, they are. They're coming from a good place. Type 4, no, if they were actually going to do something, they would be giving up their own money. They're asking us for money. We got money for Ukraine and they're not helping out. Fuck those bastards. Oprah, The Rock, the mayor, all these people. The people who are hurting are the people of Maui. They need help. Simple as that. The people of Maui were screwed over. That's the truth of it. But this isn't the first time we've seen our government screw over residents. Look at the people of Flint, Michigan. Look at the people of East Palestine, Ohio. And those are just 2 examples. Hang on, folks. There's many, 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 many more of small towns and cities being screwed over. Hell, Chicago has lead in its drinking water. No one talks about that. So what can we take away from this? I want to pull up this final video for this segment. And this is from Pasta. Now, I recently text messaged him, and it is true. He is heading out to Maui, and I wish him a safe journey. I hope that he's safe, and I did invite him to be on our show to talk about what he saw there firsthand. So I want to play this video and end it on a good note, because obviously there's a lot of videos coming out, and I think we need somebody who has, again, real integrity to really start covering the truth. And Pasta, please be safe there, man.
Hey guys, Craig Pasta Jardula here. Sorry to kind of come ask you for this right now, but throwing a little curveball out there. I just think with everything that's going on in Maui and Lahaina, that it'd just be best if I get off my ass over the long weekend and get over there. So I'm going to just get on a plane tomorrow after work and get on over to Lahaina. So for doing that, I'm going to need your help, of course. And any way you can help me out will be great. So I'm going to put up all the links that you can help me out. I'm just going to get over there with my microphone and hopefully bring my camera guy and get to the bottom of what's going on, or at least get some more transparency and some information, because we're just hearing about so much crazy stuff that's going on there where there's no help from the local government, the military. In fact, the military that's there is protecting the area and securing the area, and they put up fences in Lahaina and everything. So I'm just going to get off on my ass and go over there, bring my microphone, talk to people, see what we can come up with. There seems to be like a media blackout of sorts, and they're really suppressing a lot of information. So anyway, you can help me out, ladies and gentlemen. Get my ass to Maui, get my ass to Lahaina. Craig Pasta Jardula going with a microphone and cameraman, and we will bring the information back to you. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.
To which I have to say, Pasta, please be safe on your journey. We cannot forget what is happening there in Lahaina, in Maui. Americans were failed by our own government, and this must not stand. And all these rich people, all these politicians just want to do all this feel-good statements, and it's not going to work this time around. We must fight for a better future, because if we don't, nothing will change. And we need to break the system now more than ever. Because the people were failed in Maui. And we have to come to terms with that. We were abandoned and failed. And this isn't the first time U.S. citizens were abandoned.